like the actual colour. Got you. Got you. That's not why I saw coming. Can't say that much. Yeah. Liam, we had guessed. We not that it's not that hard to guess. The no instead of the X. Great, no jugs missing. Why am I not surprised? Just wait for a couple of people. No jug missing. I've never heard of that one before.
The wild no jug.
I was about to say for those watching, me and Logan have past history with no jug. It's kind of funny to take a jab at him time to time. Also, he's had commentators call him Crass Chris. Okay. That how? How? There is no one that looks at that name and goes, yeah, that is not Cross. God damn it. That's impressive. Really? I find it extremely hard to believe that there is someone genuinely starting a race with this guy in the lobby and calls him Crass Liam.
You know, it's like a cross, like an X in the middle, like a cross.
It's not even that. It's like, I guess that might have been the reason, right? But the logical letter to put in the middle there is an
Right, is this boy coming?
It's just dawned on me that I only know maybe half of this lobby and I've got to get used to a bunch of people all over again.
Well, Gatkowski, fast. Bama, I've never raced. GSP boys are very quick. GQ Vert's quick. That guy's not quick.
Yeah, I know about
Seb and Guyton. Guyton, I don't like racing Guyton. Guyton fast. Guyton
yeah,
scary.
I know Felix, Guyton, Jedler, Warax was in the season that I commentated, like part of the season that I commentated last season. I know Seb from a different league. GQ Vert obviously was Raul as well. Gatkowski I commentated on Saturday night, so I know about him.
Guyton.
Yeah, the rest of the guys.
You will be happy to know after like next week I'll have another bunch of new drivers, so have fun.
Yeah, it's just going to be on a large rotation every week of figuring out who I know and who I don't know at this point. Well, so what's going on with the first tier stream? It's 5 past, and they're just like, yeah, we're not even going to do a stream.
Don't know.
The reserves aren't even responding for an LR. Felix is on his own. So we've got NLR, right? The VMV, the actual team name, or is that just one put on
VMV's the actual team name.
Alright.
VMV Inwa.
X, GSP, LRN, fucking hell. LRN, if I can speak English anytime soon. REL, which is one of the teams I had the pleasure of commentating on Japan. That race was great. That was great. The amount of changes that happened in the middle of that race.
Yeah, Gatkowski and Bama are CPI as well, by the way.
Yeah, and you get Kowski with CPI. I know Seb's X as well from from the past. Have Ariel actually got drivers that'll get him over the line this time instead of half the season being sat by people that, quite frankly, shouldn't have been there, admittedly. Shouldn't be that far away from going, right? Are we just actually gonna stick it out until NLR actually find someone?
They have got like 2 minutes, otherwise they're driving one car.
Volokong thought the first tier was no assists. Fair enough. So we shouldn't be waiting too much later. 10 past absolute latest.
10 past is the absolute latest. I'm waiting on them.
Yeah.
Let me just quickly run through the lobby settings to make sure he's done it right.
Worst comes to worst, if he can find someone that can drive through quali.
Felix, man.
Line only in this one. Fair enough.
Yes, this tier is line only, the other tiers no assists.
Fair enough. So you learning things on the job. I'll be going for 10 minutes.
Mercer pit stop standard seats. Sure, yeah. Unsafe pit release off. Yep. Low fuel mode should be hard.
We just finishing up the lobby settings before we can get going here. Gives NLR another couple of minutes to figure out what the hell they're actually doing. Admittedly, I thought we'd have already been gone by now. Stream didn't start until 8 o'clock, rather than the actual event. Alright, looks like we are getting ready to go now. A few people readying up. Silverstone, well, this is a track that I've got very familiar with over the last week. Done far too much racing here for my own liking. Get to do another commentate on 26 laps this time instead of racing it. New season. Last season finished with, well, quite a dramatic championship win, actually.
4 teams in it. REL led the entire way. And CPI snatched it off them at the last race with a 1-2 from Volokongen and Andreas. Volokongen now drives for TV8. Andreas now is with X Esports, I believe.
Yeah, neither driver started team with the team that won the title. That is a interesting choice to go with. They've got a couple of decent replacements as well. It looked like Ariel are bringing a guy that actually mean business. Maybe they'll last more than half a season this time.
Let's go. Buzzing for this.
First race of the season, always get that kind of vibe, right?
Yep. Oh, this is the first race I've spectated this season, so I've not seen the new overlays and stuff. Not that it's much different.
I would not say it's literally just the actual leaderboard that's just ever so slightly different colour. You haven't missed an awful lot.
It's a bit cool. It's a bit jazzy.
Yeah, for those that haven't been in a stream that I've commentated before, first off, welcome. Second off, we'll wait and see for the first driver out of the pit lane for them for their out lap and then their flying lap, unless they are spinning or invalidating, and then we'll switch as we go along.
It is NLR Felix.
Well, if you're on your own, you might as well get out of the way rather quickly. That's what he's going to do here. First one, I look like a Haas. I think that might be Jedler following out as well. There's AlphaTauri, McLaren, and Alfa Romeo. The Haas is Jet, so it is Jedler. That's what I thought. A couple of guys get setting up right now.
Also, I am not promising no bias towards my own team, but
yes, the commentator that is biased to his own team. Well, thank God I'm here then. Your team,
chip in.
As I say, your team is oh God. I assume your team is in the AlphaTauri, right?
Yeah.
See you guys?
Yes, see.
I know about Jedler. Jedler's quick. I've got to communicate with an online services on the top of my screen, so I know what the hell's going on. Yeah, I know Jedler's quick. I've never seen Eero actually do a race at all. And again, I can say that for half the lobby actually. They got 19, and I think I know like 8 people total. There we go. Felix down into the Vale now. And then into Club Corner to start that actual lap. Right, here we go. Up into 7th across the line, down toward turn 1 into 8th gear, sticks it in 8th, stays in 8th, all the way through turn 2, and then down towards turn 3, it goes into 3rd gear. Seen a lot of variation in that over the couple of races I've actually commentated over the last few days. But that seems to be the most common one, maybe the quickest. I've also seen people shift down into turn 1, and it's 27.2 through the first sector here for Felix. My remote is going off on one right now. This is Felix goes for the beginning of sector 2 and now towards Cops Corner.
Jesler 27.1 through the first.
A little bit quicker than Felix at the moment then. 27.2 for the first driver out there. It goes towards Maggots and Beckett's now in 8th gear. Sticks in 8th. Oh, he's lost the car! He's lost the car and he's gone through the gravel onto the grass on the other side. And that's going to be the end of that lap.
One of the Haas's is next.
Does just about well enough to actually keep that going. Jet is the next one towards the line, but he's invalidated. Liam's on a lap, so I believe a McLaren is the next one to finish their lap. What's just happened there?
Jesler got very close to the back of a car that was taking a slipstream off.
The yellow's going all the way up to the line now, going out the Vale chicane into Club Corner to the line. The first time is a 25.9. I would expect
that to be hammered.
Yeah, Jedler 25.6. I was about to say maybe 25. What? Maybe 25 flat? Am I being too realistic, too optimistic with that kind of time?
No, 25 flat, I would say. I think there's a possibility we could probably see a 24,
okay,
given who the drivers are here. I would say Guyton probably able to do a 24.
Fair enough. The quickest time I saw over the last couple of days were 25.2, so...
Yeah.
Oh, no, there's a 25.3 from Guyton off the start, so...
Yep.
Smashed that out of the park very quickly.
GSP Krala coming into the Vale chicane now.
Sad 25.4.
He's moving the back end around.
We've got a 24.9 already, by the way, on a banker lap from Gatkowski.
Oh my god.
Where are we here?
25.4.
We're over here thinking that it's going to be a 25 flat. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll see a 24. And it's a banker lap 24.9.
That's impressive.
Better than an F1. Yeah, that is true. That is very true. Tier 1. What's the time of Tier 1 at the moment?
Don't know. I'll get the stream up so I can have it beside
Just
me.
that Matteo brought it up in chat. Figured that we might be able to take a quick look. We got yellow flags literally plaguing the entire course as Jet is going to go through the Vale Chicane, through Club Corner now, and he's going to set a 25.4 to set him into 4th place. With a few guys that need to pick up the pace.
Sorry, Jet not washed this year. It's a 25-1 from Volakongen so far. And,
well, that pretty much is consistent with what I saw on Saturday night, too, where Gatkowski was quicker. So, and same with Guyton, actually. Both of those raced Volakongen and beat him on Saturday night.
And Sloshy, I don't know if he's on... No, he's on intermediates. What an error.
Why is Sloshy on intermediates? Hold on a minute. I didn't even realise that. I've been on him for the last half a lap. Never even realised. He's going into the pits.
I'd hope so.
I'm not entirely sure what the hell I've just witnessed. Felix is also now on an outlap too.
Now you see we've got a split in Tier 1 and Tier 2, but we didn't want to call them Tier 1 and Tier 2 because Tier 1 and Tier 2 would indicate a pace difference, which there really isn't. The only difference in the two tiers is the assists, which is why we've gone with Elite Series and Prodigy Series.
Fair enough. Felix is just going back onto another lap. He goes. The Mercedes also on a lap as well. Sloshy might want to go and get the right tyre on. That's not a sentence I thought I'd say. Like, maybe you see some people that might test the track on a medium tyre, right, for qualifying. That happens. But intermediates? Really? Guess he's just trying to save tyres. That's the only explanation I can think of. Which would actually make rather a lot of sense, considering this is usually a toss-up, this track. It is very much a toss-up between a medium hard and a medium soft, or vice versa of either of those strategies. Yeah, so it's one of those tracks where strategy is going to be increasingly interesting. You'll have some that go between lap 10 and lap 13, and then some that decide to go much later. Felix, well, the game says purple sector 2. How much of that is true, we don't know, because the game really still hasn't sorted
out. I'm going
to
say none of it.
And the Mercedes setting a 25.9 for his first lap on the track. 24, 25, 25.7 for Felix, and enough for 9th, but not much more.
Bama on the lap.
Yeah, let's have a look. A few guys coming back out for outlaps as well. So
this track's amazing this year, honestly. It just feels so much more like an F1 car this year. Let's hope this Williams gets out of the way. Very well done.
That's fair, it certainly is.
And it's amazing through Magnus and Beckett's. Just watching Bama, it's quite amazing. Just to see him hurl it round.
This track is substantially better than last year.
No, that's because you had a vendetta against it last year. You just spent 2 hours just trying to do a valid lap.
I had one too many breakdowns on this track last year, and I like it this year. So yeah, of course I'm going to take it back.
Bama to line 125.4. That's P3, and it's 1.3 for CPI.
Yep, and we got 4 guys. So 3rd through 6th, all in the 25.4s. Volakongen 24.9. So roughly about the same sort of pace going at the moment. And we've actually got Sloshy out for a lap on the correct tyre this time.
I was literally about to say
that. We're actually going to watch this. We're actually going to watch this lap on stream. Because I'm now very interested in the pace he has, considering his tyre was done on the intermediate tyres on the last one. Also got Kowski coming back out, trying and set a quicker lap than he did before, albeit it might not even be necessary.
GQ Vert has got a nice Alfa Romeo blocking him. I think it was Inwa.
We're gonna.
I'm sure he'll be fuming about that.
Also, can I just say, at the start of qualifying, we've got a very nice battle point, being poised between CPI and X this time. That seems to be continuing from the end of last season.
Yeah, X really stepped up last season. They were just a bit late to the party.
Yeah, I'd say Guyton. I remember Guyton literally dragging that team on his back in Japan. It still couldn't get it done because Volkogan and co were a bit too far in front for him to catch. Here comes Sloshy through the Vale chicane now. We'll see what pace he has on the soft tires. I don't think it's going to be very impressive. It's really not going to be very impressive. 26.6.
GSP Thorolf on a 1.9 through the middle sector. He's had a bit of a slap through there. I think this could be a decent lap though. Yep, P2.
The Ferrari up into second, and well, I didn't know we were trying to recreate real life.
What do you mean? Ferrari's never seen P2 this year.
What? P2 in qualifying? They won't get P2 in the actual race. Come on. That would be first class Ferrari. That's for sure. Let's see what Imwa's doing. He's currently going through the second sector. It's nearly 2 tenths quicker, which actually wouldn't put him anywhere. It would actually put him onto the exact same time, I think, as Hero in 16th, which, yeah, he needs to get a little bit more pace than that. He's got to find something somewhere. He goes through the Vale chicane now, down through Vale and into Club Corner and over the line, doing a 25.5. That's a much better third sector.
This is close. If you exclude the top two.
Oh, Warwick.
GSP Kral as well. You know what? I would like to say, I will retrieve the message if people don't believe me. Rishi asked me who I thought would be a team. And I said, GSP. I would just like to put that out there. I did say they would be up there, and I predicted them to win in the moderator chat, and I will retrieve the message if anyone doesn't believe me.
We're going to hear about this all goddamn season if that actually happens. You know that, right? Liam, 6/10 of a second down, so he might be going for a in-lap. There you go, Gatkowski 24/7 as Raul goes off the track on stream. Jesus Christ, Gatkowski is on fire. Guyton had the better of him in Qatar on Saturday, but around Silverstone, Guyton can't even hold a candle to him right now. Fucking hell.
Volakongen's on a 0.9 in the...
Yeah, that was addressed in stream chat not that long ago. Polish goat clear. Oh, he's certainly clear of the rest of the field right now. The rest of the field is actually relatively close. But one thing's for sure, he is gone at the moment. Kral's going into the pits. Gatkowski is also going into the pits as well. Is there anyone on a lap? Raul span, so I wouldn't assume. Oh, well, he's gone off the track again, and he spanned the car properly this time. Oh. Almost risked himself a little bit of rear wing damage there. Jesus. He almost puts that in the wall. Mercedes, a tenth quicker than his time right now, would move him up a singular position above Sune, as take him to 15th. He's got to find some time in the second and the third. They go through Chapel now down the hangar straight. And he did find a little bit of time, but again, not enough to really matter. It's not enough to trouble Felix yet either. Hero, Felix and Yella also coming out for laps at the moment. A couple of other guys got into the pits and set themselves up for one last dash. 3.5 minutes left of qualifying. It looked like the Mercedes, not a great third sector at all, and it doesn't really do an awful lot for his time either. So who's the closest to the line? Let's have a look. I think the McLaren is. Let's see. Let's see what the McLaren can do here. Yella is warming up the tyres. Albeit, probably get more heat through the tyres from actually braking than weaving on this game. Gatkowski cheating, by the way. Just because you were jealous because he absolutely flawed you on Saturday. Come on, Ego, you're better than that. First sector here for Yellow then. Goes a little bit squirrely there before Aintree down the Wellington straight now. Let's see what he can do in terms of a first sector. It's currently slower, as his teammate is also on an outlap at the moment directly behind him. 22 people watching, damn. People getting into this. Go through the second sector. Going into Cops Corner now. I've seen many people keep this in 8th, and I am very confused as to how people managed to get the turning right for that, but that might be just a skill issue on my part.
Oh, it definitely is. Here comes Iro. Come on, boy.
And Yella's still not doing an awful lot. It's really not going well for your team, 13th and 17th. They're not having a fun time.
Iro 27-3 to the first sector. Come on, boy.
Here comes the El Chicane. Yellow going through the El Chicane, through Club Corner now, and I don't even think this is going to be much of an improvement. It's actually enough to take him up one position. It's enough to take him above Lorax. Felix invalidated.
Why is Iro shifting down? What is he doing? I'm going to teach this guy how to drive, man.
And I don't think there's any bias here in this commentary box.
Come on, Alpine, get out the way! Yes! Right. Oh god, it's a 2-3. This is not a good lap. This is going to be like a 25-6. This is not going to be top 10.
I'm not sure.
Come on, Iro!
I think there might be a little bit of bias from someone in this commentary box. Let's have a look at what Cine is doing. He's currently 100.
Oh, man!
He's got up to 15th. As he's done the 25-7, and Cine's not doing enough. And he's got into a... Well, he's actually kept out the wall, surprisingly, but he spanned the car around. Let's see what Forall is doing right now. So he's currently on a lap, going down the Wellington straight, and is not quicker. He needs 0.4 of a second, and I'm not finding anything in the first sectors. Not going to help him do that. Also got Guyton and Crowler trying to do something, as well as Gatkowski firmly out in front. Literally on a class of his own right now.
Guyton hasn't improved to the first sector. Neither's Bama.
And Felix is out of the session.
Oh, no, he's retired in the pits.
Retired in the pits, yep. And Cine and the Mercedes are all out. Yella also finished his qualifying. Here comes a couple of guys to the line now. Sloshy only 15th. That couldn't improve.
Come on, Jesler boy. Come on.
Jedler to the line. Gets himself to 4th, but he's still got off the grid to go. Here comes Forall to the line. The next one. 24-9 is not enough.
Here comes Guyton.
And Guyton is up to 3rd, but again, not enough either.
Kryler is half a 10th up.
Warwick's into up to 11th. Seb up to 3rd. Look at that for a lap. That's a nice lap from Seb. The Alpine 3-4 at the moment. The Ferrari still have a long way to go on his lap. Bama
P6.
Well, yeah, he's up to 6, but not really punishing the rest of the grid.
Here come the REL boys. Liam to the line.
Could
P9.
improve.
Gatkowski. Gatkowski's all over the place. He brushed Boogie in. He knows he's on pole.
Yeah, unless Crowd's going to have one hell of a final corner here. He's not got it. He's not got it. And that means Gatkowski on pole by 0.2 of a second. 24-7 the time to beat. Nobody could beat it. Only one other person in the 24s. Which means Forrell's going to be the closest challenger, or so we think, to Gatkowski in this race. And they've got the Alpine, I believe, was still 3-4. Ferrari getting showed the whole quality. Well, there's just the one that won their laps at the right times. But yeah, Also, they are high up on the grid, so I'm not entirely surprised. The only person that didn't get to show there, or showed an awful lot, was Gatkowski, but yeah, I think we'll be seeing quite a lot of him in the race, so I think that'll level itself out.
If he goes on at that pace.
We'll see him for the first 3 laps until he's gone. The rest of the grid, in particular, 3rd through, I think it's like 7th, like Seb through Jedler, we could have an incredibly good battle through there. I did say Jedler was quick. Jedler in the top 7 isn't awfully surprising, albeit the rest of his quality was not far from abysmal, especially by his standards. I've commentated
no
on
formation lap, by the way.
Before. Yep.
No formation lap, by the way.
So we'll get to go straight away. Just waiting for people to load in and choose their strategies, fuel, etc. One thing's for sure, I think Gatkowski might be the favourite for this race. But as for teams coming out of this, could be extremely interesting. But here we go, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out, away we go. That's very quick. Who's got the better start? The Ferrari is not the answer to that. Sepp has definitely got that Ferrari into turn 1. Oh, the Ferrari's been hit. Ferrari's been hit. Fall has been hit. As we go, wow, we've got penalties all over the place. There's 5-second penalties for half the grid. Yellow flags in sector 1.
VSC.
Yeah, VSC, so that neutralizes the battle between... Wow, that neutralized the battle between...
None of those penalties can be removed either.
Gat and Seb. So Seb almost had Gat off the start there. Seb had a lightning start. I don't think Fall's going to be the happiest person on planet Earth, though. The inside line, a little bit of a tap on the way through. There'll probably be a report. Stewards might have to take a look at that.
There's a lot of different tyres being used.
Yeah, actually. 3 few on softs, so softs guys going for the soft medium strategy. They'll pit somewhere, probably maybe lap 10-ish, maybe a little bit later than that. And then the mediums could go either way. The hards will be going to probably medium tyres. Virtual safety car off of lap 1.
Ending now, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah,
No, it's flashing. No, it's still flashing. Oh, never mind, we're going.
And Felix has got an excellent restart. He's got through. Oh!
What's happened to Warrax? Mark to go into the pits. Jedler also to the pits. So I think
into the pits like an absolute maniac.
I think that was Warrax, and I think it was damage related.
Seb is pushing Gatkowski.
Yeah,
and
Guyton's close
down
as well.
inside.
Seb is on flying right now. Gatkowski got to defend. Yeah, he's on flying. Gatkowski's got to do a bit of defending from both the Alpines, who should, well, if they can work together here, should make quick work. Here comes Seb again. We're not going to have DRS just yet. We know the inside line here.
Can he hang it in there? Can he hang it in there? Yes, he can.
The inside line out
here. Can Guyton slide up the inside now?
Incredibly powerful. And the Alpine should be able to hold this now. And he is going to... Well, there you go.
Look at the speed Guyton's got. We do not want any of your Max Verstappen nonsense here.
Wheel
to wheel.
The Alpines are going for it today. They're both on soft.
Esports are through on the soft tyre. They got to make this count, and they are off.
Yeah, they came in with a plan. They very evidently came in with a plan, and they know it's going to work. God, hope it's going to work at the very least. Getting to the front of the pack, and oh, wow! I guess
every team comes here with a plan. Just very few of them can actually pull it off.
It's been execution 101 right now from X Esports and the Alpines.
Slushy is a bit out of shape. LRN have had a good start, up to 7th and 8th.
Yeah, poor qualifying, good start. P9. Jedler didn't exactly get the rub of the green when it came to his start, did he? He's up down to 7th, 8th from 7th.
Yeah, he had to pit and he got a 5-second penalty for something, and wasn't a good
You get that. You're gonna finish the sentence.
I don't know.
We got DRS now as well as we head down the Wellington Straight into the beginning of Sector 2, and nothing really changes at the front. And, well, I think Seb is just...
Sloshy!
Yeah, Sloshy and I think Hero's going at it. They are. And I think the McLaren...
I don't want to know what they're doing, pal.
The McLaren had a mistake, but the McLaren is going to hold on for a little bit longer, apart from the fact they're going to go side by side. But the inside line just proves too powerful. Sloshy holds on. Well, holds on. Hero into Maggots.
Yes,
He's done it. He never really gave up there at all.
Maybe a tactical move from Sloshy there to get the DRS.
Yeah, it would have worked if he actually got a decent exit, but he hasn't, and now he's under fire from Felix.
There's Felix.
And there goes Cine as well, who's trying it on the inside. And they're going to go side by side.
On board with Sloshy, and then there's Aston Martin appeared out of nowhere.
It looks like Sloshy's going to hold off Cine for the moment in time. Gatkowski actually closed in on Seb, and I think Seb is he is just a buffer at this point. I think he knows he wasn't going to win the race, but he's definitely going to do a job at holding up Gatkowski and Kral for getting up ahead. See how much he can actually do. We got DRS down the straight now.
This is very quickly becoming 2 races. Top half and the bottom half.
Top 8, bottom 8. As Felix goes past Hero. Oh, technically 3 races. You got the 16th back as well.
I don't think that counts as a race currently.
Yeah, but they'll get brought back into it after everyone else's pit, provided they can manage to make tyres go the rest of the race or get an unfortunate safety car.
Oh yeah, so not much then, just do the entire race on a set of tyres.
Especially when most of them started on hard tyres as well. So they had to come off set hard tyres onto mediums. In particular, apart from Jet, who managed to go on to...
Esports going to swap it round.
Yeah, they are. And Seb's got off in front now. Gatkowski is right on the back of Guyton, and I've seen this one before. This is
good teamwork from X Esports.
Wall's out. And there's your safety car.
Safety car.
I guess I just spoke that into existence.
And the leaders have crossed the line. And they're going to catch the safety car now, so the soft runners cannot pit.
Yeah, that's also true.
But if they pit, they would have came out of the back anyway. So, like, if they pit now, it's not the end of the world. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
The only problem that happens
they'll end
from
up behind Jesler and things.
I don't even know if they would have come out behind Jesler and that, but...
Yeah, they would. Oh, no, they're all pitting anyway. Jesler's in.
Don't forget the actual pit lane. You don't lose an awful lot of time under a safety car at Silverstone. So I don't think they would have got jumped. I just think that the possibility of 21 laps on a hard tyre, which they would have to have been, isn't exactly the greatest choice in the world.
Well, we'll find out because Jet was nice enough to stay out, so we'll find out.
Yep, and Jedler, Bama, they're both going on the hard tyres, and Warwick's going to follow them as the Williams team is just not having a nice time at all. 1 out, 1 last. But 5 laps in, and if anyone watching from X Esports, I don't think you could have had much better of a time in the first 5 laps of this race. It gone exactly as you probably would have wanted it to. But yeah, I also wouldn't be too harshly feeling too harshly done by if I was Gatkowski at the moment. Knowing he'll be on the quicker tyre at the end with a lesser fuel tank is probably a lot more comforting to him than it is the Alpines in front of him. Who's going into pits? So, Crowd's gone in. Vert's gone in, I think. No, Vert hasn't in.
Liam's gone in. Felix has gone in.
Yeah, 4 have joined in.
Gone in.
Both have gone in.
I'm so confused, man. Everyone's bouncing up and down. Why did Silverstone have such a weird pit lane?
4 people in. Liam, Felix, Cine, and Inlet, which means double stack
Also,
on the
I told you
Alphas.
Jesler would have got them. Look, there's Jet going by now.
Yeah. But they also have done an entire lap behind said safety car, so yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I was including.
You could have said that.
I thought
They're not going. They're not going to.
Some of us.
They're not
Also,
going to
Felix and Inwa have pitted for mediums.
Yeah, they have, which is going to be interesting. Can only assume they were on the hard type before. It wouldn't make sense to go medium. But yeah, they also didn't get jumped by Bama and Jedler and co. They go through unless you're Inwa, who got double stacked straight to the back of the grid. We wait for the safety car to, well, it's probably going to end up going in this lap, I think. Being the second lap, it's been out.
This is the second lap it has been out. C.
So, being the fact that everyone will catch up, I'd be very surprised if they don't. I'd assume it'd be a late safety car calling probably coming up.
I would be fair. I think DKMN Esports would have preferred to have their drivers the other way round under a safety car. Because they could have used the safety car to build a second gap for Guyton. But then again, if they do that, Gatkowski's just going to overtake Seb and
then it'll be a straight shootout between Guyton and Gatkowski, and we've proven already that that is not going to be a fair fight.
Well, you never know. Gatkowski could be a quali merchant round here. He could have had an entire quali setup, safety car in this lap, late call.
Very late call. The safety car pit lane is literally there, so we were going very late.
Seb can go when he pleases.
Yeah, I want a decent
camera angle game.
I was about to say, I want a decent camera angle. Just show me the cockpit cam for Seb, which I don't want to see. I'm going to have to watch from Gatkowski's perspective instead as we go down towards turn one all over again now. And turn on a little bit of telemetry on the restart here, and Gatkowski going after it. Gatkowski on the outside here of Guyton.
Go on.
He's going to have to go against Seb, and they come together! Oh, well, that's a penalty. That's just straight up a penalty. Yeah, Gatkowski got nothing on that. That is just reckless.
That was almost catastrophic. Seb almost got beached on the curb.
And
if he reset the track, it would have been an instant DSQ.
Yeah, and Guyton went deep into the beginning of Sector 2 there and has been overtaken by Gatkowski, who almost certainly has a penalty coming his way.
Side by side again.
And it looked like Guyton's
going to take that.
There you go.
4th, up 8th.
Yeah.
Hello. You're back. Euro P6.
I don't think Seb's at fault there. Seb is in front of Gat. Like,
no, Seb's not at fault.
Seb is
Gatkowski went round outside of Guyton and then realised, hang on, there's a half-arse move here.
I cannot believe, Vigo, you're trying to claim that Gatkowski is actually clear there. He's that's a dive bomb.
That's a dive bomb, yeah.
He's never making that gap.
It was a late lunge.
Yeah, he's never making that gap. He is 100% at fault. Yeah. There is absolutely no second guessing about that whatsoever.
Unless we see some nonsense from Gatkowski's POV where, like, somebody's doing, like, cartwheels across the track. Then...
Oh, here we go! Down the inside! Sloshy on Hero! Oh, there's a collision there! Sloshy almost having an exact replica of what Gatkowski did to Seb on the lap prior.
And Felix round the outside of Ariel Jet, and he's sat Jet down. No. Ariel are merchants of like 3 other drivers.
Oh, Seb absolutely does shut the door, but he's not. He is entitled to do that. It said he's not alongside him at all.
Gatkowski wasn't alongside. He was alongside Guyton, not Seb.
It was a half-assed dive bomb, and he made Seb pay the price, which is a bit unfair. So he's getting a penalty from that.
Yeah.
Here comes 4-all on Sloshy, which, given what we've seen so far, this might be a relatively easy move to make. And, well, Yeah, well, with the slipstream, he's pulled alongside, and here comes Farrell on the inside of Sloshy, who's still managing slightly ahead. And they go to the Vale chicane now, and Sloshy's actually going to hold that position. That's well played by the
You
McLaren.
have to be careful though, because if they fight too hard, you're going to lose the DRS to Eero, which is going to lose them the DRS to the train at the front, and if you lose the DRS here, you are in trouble.
Well, bad news for them, they've already lost it. That didn't take long.
Alright then.
That did not take long, already gone. Are we going to have any late dive bombs into turn 3 this time? Nope. And also an Aston Martin going a bit deep.
You're welcome.
I was actually talking about... God damn it.
There's Thorolf.
Yeah,
and Felix. Felix is gone as well. Felix is moving.
Well, I was on board with K-Gap. A camera angle, obviously not directly in camera on him, but I was on board with Gatkowski.
Felix is good places to be. He's
Felix,
20% ERS.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure that's going to be an entirely sensible strategy to burn everything as soon as you get it, but then again...
Thorolf has managed to bridge the DRS. He has got DRS for the straight.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anyone's out of DRS at the moment. No one at all. So Farrell is going to be able to hold off Felix.
He's sitting pretty. He is just waiting. He knows. He knows. There's Ariel Jet down the inside. Oh, the two Ariel drivers. And there's CD. Oh,
Jesus Christ! He's saved it. He's somehow...
I didn't even have words there. I was just like making noises.
He saved it somehow. Also, we got Warwick's going a little bit deep there, and well, the Mercedes hit the back of the grid, and we're going to go too wide, turn 2. Oh, there you go, round! There you go.
That's his own fault.
Now that was coming from a mile away.
That was his own fault. No turning. Well, see you later, Mr. Mercedes man.
Also, Sloshy is out of the DRS, and I think Floral might be out of DRS too. They go through into the beginning of the second sector, so they give him time to be able to get back in, but Felix has got a better shot of Floral than Floral has a hero. It's not my best day. Oh, here we go. Also, Gatkowski trying to go after Guyton here at the front. Guyton's able to hold off for a little bit longer. I'm certainly going to see a incident or two file into reports later on. I definitely want a second view of it. I'll say that much.
Here comes Gatkowski, he's ready to go.
He's not going to get it. Guyton defended superbly there. He's able to hold him off for a split second longer.
Sloshy and Jet now. Here comes Ariel Jet. Is he going to dive it? Nope.
Felix is outside of DRS.
Push him round the corner though.
Did get Farrell in the end. And Heroes has got a lot of work to do now. He's starting to drop off the back of the top 5. And also
no. He was like driving at like 25% right now. Like,
is he driving at his quality pace? Because I guess that was 25% too. Actually going to have a look at Gatkowski against Guyton here. And they go down the straight with a little bit of a move. And there goes Gatkowski down the inside, down into sector 2.
Ariel Jet as well. He's gone. He's got through on Sloshy. I think Gatkowski's ready to pit now because he's moving. He's burning ERS. He's ready to go. Yeah,
he's going to mediums. From mediums to hards. He's going on to the hards. He's going to try to undercut as many people as he physically can. Which means
I don't think so. I think he knows Guyton's going to be pitting shortly, so he is moving now to try and go.
That's also very true. Guyton on 8% ERS. So that would assume that would paint the picture that Guyton's softs are going off a little bit, and he has to pit. Warwick gets 3 seconds worth of track limits penalties. And Jet's the only one now without a DRS. And the Mercedes at the back, but they seemingly dropped off, and neither of them going in. Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
Also, Cine versus Sloshy. And Imwa versus Bama. Sloshy still had the inside there on Cine. It's going to be too wide through club. They've tapped a little bit.
Don't see that often.
They tapped a
You
little
do
bit
see it
out of
generally
it.
goes wrong, so fair play.
Yeah, but they've survived this time, and they're going to go too wide. No, not. It's actually a little bit of a late dive bomb there from Sloshy, who then immediately backs out because he realised what he did. That allows for
He's got himself out
Jesler
of
and
shape,
Liam.
though, and Inwa's having a look around the outside, and Nino's gone round. Yeah, I think he got tagged there by Bama, and he's gone round.
Yeah, also Liam and Jedler going at it. They both got DRS down the straight. I don't think Jedler's got enough in the tank to get past him, and he hasn't. Also Seb back here trying to work his way through the back through the grid after the incident. But at the moment, also Gatkowski.
There we go. Gatkowski's gone.
Yeah, which means I think Gaian may have to pit. I think Gaian might have to try and do an undercut here, unless
Gaitan will go mediums though.
Yeah, he will. He has to. He doesn't have a choice.
I'm assuming Krala will come in for softs eventually. No,
I don't know, but Krala just hit second.
Fucking hell. Felix is like, oh, there's a load of folk in.
I was about to say we've just got a bunch of them. Krala, Gaitan. Oh, Gaitan's got 5 seconds suspended in the pit lane too.
I don't think it was necessarily his fault. There was a bit of contact in the pit lane. I'm not sure if they touched Gaitan though. But if they didn't, unlucky pal. Also, Krala's came in from mediums. Okay.
Yeah, also Felix is right now right on the back of Yellow, and he's going to make quick work of him at this rate.
Felix is moving, man.
The only problem Felix has is those tyres are not making it. It's just straight up.
Oh no, but he's on the same strategy effectively as these guys now.
That is very true. That is also very true. He's managed to make a lot of time back, but then again, most of that was safety car related. Safety car came probably at perfect time for him. Felix down the straight now towards Cops is not going to go too wide. Probably the smart move. They're going. Oh, Aziella's gone very wide through Cops, and that's going to give Felix another shot, which he doesn't take into Maggot. So they go through Beckett's now and then into Chapel.
Felix being careful to keep the DRS for the straight, and now he's going to go.
Yeah, and he's gone. He just gone. He is well past Yell by even halfway down the straight.
Gaitan came out behind Krala. Krala's broke the DRS. Right.
And then comes Yell into the pits.
Krala's got 5% ERS. Gaitan's got 2%.
Gatkowski has stayed out.
Yeah, Gatkowski will go another couple of laps so that he can go softs. But he will get undercut, but he will come back at them. The issue is, how many of them is he going to get overtaken by? Also, why did you queue for a pit for hards? What an idiot.
Some of them have gone soft mediums, and some of them have gone medium hards. And I don't know. I could understand if you're at the front going medium soft, especially if you're in Gatkowski's position at the moment, where you know he has to go for it now.
Yeah, medium softs, I think. Medium softs. But hards, to be fair to the guys on hards, they've been quick. There's Jesler going around the outside of Sloshy.
Yeah,
and he's not made it stick.
This track is arguably one of the closest, I think, in terms of is the medium hard better or the medium soft better, or any sort of combination of those strategies.
As long as you're not running through the pit lane 3 times for 7 front wing changes, you'll be alright.
I think
saying that, GQ Ver has dropped off substantially from the back of Gaitan and Krala.
Also, Cine against Jet here.
Hero, man! Keep on, boy!
And Jet's all winged. Well, he's just all over the place out of Stowe, and he's lost the position there to sit there. I believe I was going to say wishy-washy and stopped halfway through.
Gatkowski's gone hard.
That's interesting. I would have got 2 more softs if I was going to do that strategy, but maybe CPI's got something up their sleeve here. Oh, and Jet's had a bit of a problem again, and it's going to allow for his teammate to go by.
Mediums, pitting the same lap as Gatkowski. This is... Gaitan did 12 laps on...
Gaitan's out ahead.
Given there was a safety car.
And they're the only two that's come out ahead of Gatkowski.
But Gatkowski's on hards now. This race is in GSP's hands. And presumably, well, I think going by quality, Thorolf's quite quick, so
yeah. Also, some one for you. Jedler just made it past Jet, who's had the nightmare from all nightmares of a lap.
We love you, Jedler.
Bearing in mind that you've got 5 seconds ahead of Crowell right now for Guyton. That may or may not get removed. We didn't properly get to see a good camera angle down the pit straight for speeding.
Like I say, I think it was LRN Yellow. Drove into the back of somebody coming into the pit lane. I'm not sure who though.
We'll wait and see. It's very into between the two. Here comes Crowell on the Guyton. And he's got him.
Here comes Eero as well.
He's going to get that.
Eero seals that.
I guess that technically makes him P4 for the moment. Well, net P4, maybe. If he could get a couple of quick laps in. Crowell sets the fastest lap so far. Jedler's going on to the medium tyres. Let's see what we can get in terms of battles on the grid, on the track now, because he's trying to figure out where everyone's coming out, predicting all that kind of nonsense now. And Bear has come out in the middle of Eero and Yellow, which is probably good news for the AlphaTauri, albeit he's on hard tyres.
What are you on about?
No, they've only just saw themselves out fully because Yell came in a couple of laps ago.
Right.
They've only just saw themselves all out, far all behind as well. They're going through into down towards Cop's Corner now. Looked like Eero with his time penalty is going to get screwed over by that though. The 5/10 speed in front of and then further quarter of a second.
Liam overtakes Ariel Jet. Nope, that's not true.
That's Sine. That's Sine. Come on, you can't go at me and then make a comment like that. Come on.
Not even the same car. That was poor.
At least my guys are in the exact same vicinity. The other ones are 3 seconds back. Come on, man.
GQ looking for a dive, not going to happen.
It was going after Warwick's as well. It shouldn't be too long before the move may be made there. Also, Crowell and Gatkowski.
Oh yeah, remember, Gatkowski's probably got penalty coming his way.
Yeah.
So, GSP. Oh, there's contact. Crowell tapped the back of Guyton.
It could get very interesting towards the end of this race, especially with the amount of stewards' decisions that might or might not be coming the way of the lead. I think Crowler's got to keep his nose clean here, because if he can keep his nose clean here, he should be able to take advantage. But at the same time, he also has to go after Guyton, because there's a possibility that I might get taken off.
If anybody just started watching or anything like that, keep you updated. 8th, 9th and 10th position are net 1, 2, 3. We expect Felix to probably filter out somewhere in amongst this nonsense down to like P14. He'll be somewhere in amongst all that. And here comes Felix now. We're about to find out. So
also, and here comes Crowler on Guyton with the DRS, makes quick work. Now Crowler assumes net P1. Guyton just went straight into the back of him. I'm not sure if that was a lot of contact there. I think they've just about avoided the worst. That was almost really bad, as we see Inwa going after Warwick's just slightly in front. They're going to go too wide through turn 1. They're going to stick too wide as Crowler, Guyton also still have to overtake these guys because they haven't pit yet. Oh, there's a little bit of contact there as well. It's all over the place. We go 3 wide into the corner before entry, and they're still going.
Gatkowski's on the inside of both of them.
Look at that! And Crowler's been the big loser out of all of that, and maybe a little bit of contact on the way through. And Gatkowski has to hold it here against Guyton. Guyton goes very deep.
Oh,
and that worked in the middle of everything.
Cars are getting in the way.
It's all over the place. I think Kraller's had an absolute nightmare. Gaita's not had a much better time. Here comes Gatkowski on the Alfa Romeo as well. They actually had to be overtaken. And Gatkowski has dispatched of them both very nicely.
Oh, there's one round. Vorax has been killed by Gaitan. That is probably another penalty coming Gaitan's way.
Also, Sine and Liam going at each other.
Fourth went round. I don't know how or why, I think. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he went round. I don't know how or why, but he went round.
Well then. This was just chaos on this lap. Gatkowski's about 6/10 of a second clear at the moment though. And, well, Gaia's got to clear in really quickly here. The longer he sticks behind him, the longer he sticks behind him, the bigger the problem becomes, as Kraller's managed to recover part of his mistake as well. Here comes Gaitan. He's going to look to the inside at turn 3.
He's got to go.
And he's got him.
He doesn't.
He's got him, and it looks like Kraller might be looking for the outside into turn 4.
Oh, that's lovely.
Oh, a little bit of contact. Can he establish the move on the outside? He can.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Gaitan not really gaining on Kraller there whatsoever. But Gatkowski has broken the DRS with a little bit of help from the two non-pitted cars. All over the place in the last couple of laps.
And look who's next up the road for Gatkowski.
His teammate. CPI had a chance to do a little bit of teamwork here.
Oh, by the way, are these guys at the front trying to go to the end? Because
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's got to be a medium tyre coming, right? There goes Sine on Liam once again, as Skyton's having a little bit of a hard time getting ground. Maggot's the best.
I think Liam and Sine, at the very least, are going to the end. Like, the most REL strategy I've ever seen in my life.
They pitted.
Yeah, they've all pitted. I think Ariel Jet will be going to the end as well. That'll be an Ariel relentless strategy.
Well, they have, maybe 5-6 seconds of a gap? Realistically?
You know what?
That might work. That might work. We've all been thinking they might pit again, like, cause they're on hard tyres, and it was very early on. I think it was lap 1 they pitted. Or not that far off. Liam maybe in the safety car.
Liam pitted on the safety car, and so did Sine. Well then, that throws a curveball at this.
Yeah, it does. We just assumed the pit stops were coming. They aren't going to come. They're just kicking this out. Well, all of a sudden, Gatkowski had a lot of work to do.
A lot of work. So does Gaitan, and so does Kraller. Kraller went from probably looking like winning this race to, well, how do I put this nicely? Not.
Well, he'll still be a top 5. Assuming Gatkowski gets a penalty, then Gaitan's penalty sticks. But Gaitan, 2.2 seconds now down, and Gatkowski is approaching his teammate.
And Felix pitting has not worked.
No, it has not. He's gonna have to try and get some moving. Here comes Kraller. Yeah.
And Iro getting past Inwa.
And then switch the positions of the Red Bull in front. And here comes Gatkowski now. He has been released to try and hunt down the REL guys in front of him.
And VMV, can't forget about Sine from
Sine
VMV.
at the moment winning the race as well. But
or VMV as it should be, for being French.
But at the moment, Gatkowski has the REL guys that he has to chase down in the next to in line.
Also, Bama's got 50% ERS. He's just going to be a real nuisance here.
Yeah, also, Liam not able to get past Sine there. Sine just doing enough. Holding out, seeing what he can do. There's also a scuffle at turn 1 as well that saw people like Jedler
still fighting. Boys, man, come on. Carl was a wee bit, that was almost good.
Yeah, the inside line is always more powerful on the end there. You get the exit much better if you're on the inside.
The marbles on this game are brutal.
Yeah. I don't think Kraller's going to be able to do an awful lot down into Magnus and Beckinson. Here comes Liam, who actually takes the lead of the race, provided they do what we think and stay on those hard tyres till the end of the race.
5 laps to go. No chance.
I've seen crazier strategies.
Oh wait, no, he's 13th.
Yeah, I'm not saying wrong Ferrari. We're looking for Kral if you get a penalty. But yeah, no, I've seen weirder strategies. Trust me.
I've done weirder strategies. Oh god.
We got yellow flag from the Mercedes. Oh, that might throw a spanner in the works if that brings out a safety car. It isn't going to. He's managed to get the car working again and Gatkowski, by the way.
I think if that brought out a safety car, Felix would do a dance.
Also, Gatkowski has managed to close down all but 2 seconds of the last lap and a bit, and Guyton got past Palmer.
Oh, Guyton not being very polite to the other CPI driver.
Not really.
He's going to come back at him with the ERS though.
Yeah, he's not going to do much about it though. Deep, and here comes Crowler.
Come on, Crowler.
He got it. I think he might get him here. He's going to get him here.
His tyres are dead, yep. Lovely move from Crowler.
It was just the grip on the outside, well, the grip on the tyres on Crowler's car versus on the outside there, but the grip on Barmer's car, which just doesn't exist anymore.
This is actually nuts.
We got a left, right, centre here.
I can't believe this.
Also, Gatkowski 2.5 seconds off Jet, but he's also 2 and a bit seconds off Cine and Liam, which I don't think he gets in 4 laps. I think it is going to be Ariel versus VMB for the lead of this race, which is not a sentence I thought I would say after qualifying.
Where did these boys even qualify? I don't know where they qualified.
Not in the top 10 that I am a driver. I'm pretty sure anyway. They have come from nowhere, and the Haas drivers, Ariel, are having an absolute day of it. 1 and 3, double podium, on lap 23 of 26 at Silverstone, as a complete underdog.
I mean, say underdog, but like, they almost won the championship last season.
Yes, but then we went into qualifying.
I did see in qualifying, they are carried by like 3 drivers. Liam and Jet were not 3 of those drivers I meant.
Also, Yella lost out of place to Hero there. Felix got bet at the same time. Going to go through Magnus and Beckett's now on board with Cine, as he is going to go after Liam on lap 23 of 26 down through Chapel, gets the DRS, only 3.5 tenths, split the 2 of them, and they go down the hanger straight, and it's not enough this time. He's got 41% ERS, but he's going to stick behind him for just a second. Liam, 27.
You can see them. Oh, there goes Crowler on Guyton.
Yep, also got Karski. It's now within DRS.
And Yellow on Hero.
DRS. Hero picks up another 3, and that might be a shot in the foot of his top 10 hopes.
It's a shot in the foot of Team Asak.
Also, Gatkowski, 3 tenths split him and the Haas driver for a podium now. Albeit Gatkowski may have a penalty. We're going to keep bringing it up on the way. In the switchback attempt here from Gatkowski, this could be brilliant, and he's got it!
Cheeky. It's cheeky.
Absolutely incredible from CPI driver there. Ariel Jet does not have enough in the tank to hang here with Gatkowski. Gatkowski on fire. But at the same time, he might be too far away. He's got 2.5 laps. He might be too far away from the Alfa Romeo and the Haas, who should probably cease all fighting at this point, knowing that there's a flying Red Bull coming.
And obviously, Ariel, Liam and Cine won't know what happened between him and Seb.
That is very true, unless they manage to get it through a party. Maybe one of them is watching a stream, and here comes Cine on Liam, and he's made it work this time very easily. And Cine is going to take the lead.
Felix is enjoying this race, I reckon. Here he comes on Yellow. You just let Yellow through to get some DRS, and now he's going to push after Bama. The last 2 laps, try and catch him. 20 lap old hard.
Possibly get Guyton as well, depending if Guyton's penalty gets removed.
Remember,
Could
Gaiten
be.
killed Vorax as well. I think Vorax was maybe lagging a little bit, but he did kill him, so we'll see.
Yeah, this is going to be an incident. This has been an incident-filled race. I feel like that's the best way to put it. It's got 22 of you watching the end of this. This has been incredible.
Race. Kowski's got good DRS in the last lap.
He is, but I don't think he can make it work. I think he might be able to squeeze in a little bit before the last lap.
Yeah. Maybe get a little squirt.
Bama dropped. Bama, I think Bama's just had a little bit of a moment. He has.
Yeah, he has.
He has, and that gives a few people positions. Felix up to 7th. No, it's because it is possible that he got hit into the pit lane, which is what we think may have happened. Hence why we're not sure about it.
Yes.
We know he can't get it removed for speeding, but you can get it removed if you are shoved into the pit lane and end up speeding in that sense.
Here comes Kowski, he's got the DRS,
yeah,
he's got coming, boy!
Oh, it's going to be interesting. And here comes Liam down the inside. I've seen it, and he's gone too deep. Switch back. And they're going to go side by side, aren't they? They are going to go side by side into Vale, and they don't. I'm not sure if they're aware of Gankowski. Gankowski! Jesus Christ! No, my game!